Okay.
All right. And we're back.
Once
I
again,
guess-
will we ever stop? No, we will not.
I
We're having fun.
guess we can go into the recap.
Yeah. We handled the Dawn Guard and Owlbears issue, but the captain did manage to blow his horn as an alert as kind of a last act, and so we had to skedaddle. However,
Also,
there
we
was
just
this-
straight up murdered them.
that was underhandled.
Yeah.
That was understood. But we have a brilliant idea and have Chili do a little mislead with the horn by running off with it, going further south, and apparently a Hellcat can blow a battle horn. So that worked out, probably. We might have sent them on a wild goose chase further south, in the dark, in an unfamiliar forest, fingers crossed. In the meantime, we get to Forngrind. Some warriors meet us on the road, ask who we are. Killian gets us inside, because it's Killian. And we see at the center of this village town a massive trunk of a tree that had been cut short, surrounded by the standing stones. Once this was the Fey Gate, now it's old, broken, gone. There we go. All of the standing stones have writing on them that is so heavily worn by time you cannot really make it out anymore. And we meet the very old chief of this town of Forngrind there, and also a practitioner of Seidr. That night, as we eat, Chili privately confessed to Nemia that her heritage is both Fey and Fiend, as her father asked a Fey for a deal to grant him and his wife a child and a safe birth, and then a devil heard about that and approached her mother, offering the same deal as if it were out of the kindness, or, well, as if it were his own idea, as if it weren't something already in the works. As such, he horned in on that one, and Nemia was born basically influenced by both Fae and Fiends. However, as she grew up, the Fiends felt that she was not going down the path they wanted, so they sent Chili to actually kill Nemia. But Chili was stopped and bound to protect her by a Fae, and this kind of weird arms race of one-upmanship between them. The gates here may be an opportunity to meet that side of Nemia's heritage and explore it, which is why Chili decided to come clean, perhaps? Or at least it was implied that was. So as Nemia thinks on this, Guntram returns with a decree from Arn to gather all able-bodied warriors to meet in Forngrind to retake Friggsvagar and stamp out the Dawn Guard in the Old Kingdom. So we get that to the chief. He's going to start mustering forces. We discuss ways to make Biter useful because he's still here.
Well, he is now.
We didn't dump him. I'm not going to leave him behind.
It was a Schrodinger's kobold up until this moment.
Yep.
All right.
But
If you're
that's
concerned, if you're concerned over whether the kobold is there or not, ask me.
I'm not.
Well, then it's not a problem, is it? Anyhow, we go to speak to the Volva about Fae, and as Killian is conversing and trying to figure out a way to get, Fae to fight on their side because it's their forest too, turns out that she is one. So, Killian's been making his case in kind of to a Fae and Archfae something unawares for a little while now. And that's where we left off, right after that particular revelation.
All right. Yeah, so I believe the now that you know, the Fae. Come on, how do I do this? Okay, there we go. This Fae creature has revealed herself. You find that the kind of antler headpiece that she was wearing is very much not a headpiece and is actually attached. Her skin has this vague rainbow-like sheen to it. Depending on what angle you're looking at her, she appears to be a different color.
Iridescent.
Yeah, iridescent. Thank you. And she seems, well, she has just transformed in front of you. And go with. Sorry, 1 second. You can feel free to position yourselves how you like, but we are here.
I don't think we're surrounding her. So.
No, I just threw on the map, so.
There you go.
All right. I believe she did mention that you could seek aid from the ruler of this, this area of the Fae that this gate leads to.
So is that you?
No, that is not me. You will be, if you wish, you will be entering a harsh land of ice and snow to speak with the Snow Queen.
Killian raised an eyebrow. It's like, all right, I can do.
You may win her aid, but she most certainly will want something in return. Hold on. Sorry.
All right, among the group, what's that something in return we're expecting?
Could be any number of things. Fairy stories, sometimes the price can be very high. Sometimes it can be as little as Bard doing a performance. It really depends on the Fae. And it depends on our luck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. It's going to be like 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
So, who wants to offer up their firstborn child?
Mm.
I mean, that's like the first thing on the list, honestly.
I want to bet like a fist fight.
Mhm.
Like from player perspective, Killian or Elena
Mhm.
taking them on because they have the pluses to their damage.
However, again, the Fae, if Eric is following any kind of like folklore that I know of, the Fae very much like musical or artistic performances.
Right.
Again, it could
That's
be.
that's the easy one though.
No, it really is not. They like it, but they're also difficult to please.
Well, if they're always difficult to please, that's the easiest one.
No, the easiest one, honestly, is firstborn child.
That's not easy, and you know that.
It's easy in the moment. It's easy to promise in the moment and to go, oh yeah, sure, why not this? Because you're not actually handing a new thing over just then. That's how all those stories go.
If you must write a masterpiece versus having a child, for one you have pretty straightforward steps, and for the other you must break your brain
Mm-hmm.
and just hope they are pleased.
Yep. Anyhow,
If anyone isn't expecting to have a child, that could be a good promise.
Yeah, that would be Lena, but also they might see through that. Or might find ways to make it happen, in which case Lena's not down for that.
But easy, right?
Okay. But in all seriousness, I would opt Bard performance as an offer before I opt fist fight to make them do it, because that's not what Fae are about.
All right.
Generally, I know it is. And if it was the King of Summer, you could probably challenge him to a hunt challenge, and he would love it.
Okay.
But this is the Snow Queen. She's probably not going to want to have a fist fight.
I mean, if she's not cool.
She's cool
I
as a
think the
cucumber.
problem is she's very cool, and unfortunately, yeah, it's not going to align with Killian's idea.
Unfortunately, you're laying the shit, bro.
Aside from that,
Do we have anything better than throw the Bard at it?
Potentially. It really depends on what she would want. If she wants, it could be a promise for the future. It could be something material that one of us has, though, to be honest, we don't have much in the way of treasure that we would want to offer right now.
Spear.
What?
Spear.
Nah.
The question is whether that's going to become useful in the future.
Yeah,
I don't want to do the thing where if Skyrim allowed you to get rid of quest items, you accidentally did that.
Yeah.
So I don't want to like risk that in this.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to fight Zombie Boulder at some point. It's fine.
I've got the terrible feeling that that thing is literally a quest item. Gosh, I don't know. It could be could be one of us offering up something.
See, I
I
want
know
to
it's
All
a
of
town.
us.
I want to offer Bastion's help, but I feel like a Forge Cleric and a Winter Fae will not get along very well.
Depending on what she values, honestly, if she likes frost or cold or armor on armor, then it might be that Bastion offers some sort of weapon or armament or something as a masterpiece that he's going to have to work towards and fulfill within a certain amount of time.
Blade Forge device.
Fae are effectively immortal, and so pretty much her going, you have a year and a day, or even you have 10 years or something to complete this is pretty much going to be the equivalent of one of us going, hey, you got a week, pay me back.
Still doesn't change how long we got though.
Yeah. It would basically be, I would say, if we can't do anything immediate, see if there's anything we can offer that could be worked towards.
That sounds like a fine plan to have. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. We don't know who this character is or what she actually wants, so flailing in the dark here.
All right. Where was I?
We'll go see the Ice Queen.
We're gonna go see the Snow Queen.
Okay. I warn you, traveling in this particular region of the Feywild is quite dangerous. It is very easy to lose your way. But, and she turns to Nemia, trust in your instincts, and you should find your way. And with that, you see her begin to cast this spell. There's these wild arm movements and then moving her staff around and chanting in, there's a little bit in common. There's a little bit in some sort of, it's almost Elvish language, but not quite Elvish. And you see letters begin to just like individual letters begin to shine through on various parts of each of the stones, and like each stone begins to slowly light up with these letters. Then after she makes a full circle of lighting up all the stones, she focuses on one. That you've probably guessed is to the Feywild. The rest of the stones go dim, and the one stone, I'll say it's this one to the right, begins to glow, like the entire stone, and you start to see kind of like the middle part of the stone begins to warp and turn and spin until it's like this spinning vortex of this glowing, radiant blue color. She stops, sits down once more, and says, "You better hurry."
Oh shit. Bastion will run through.
Okay.
Alright, then I'll dive
It
in
is-
after.
It is a strange sensation.
Killian turns till the owl will be a bit and runs through.
Um,
I'll take a last look before entering and just ask again. Just instincts, that's all?
just trust your instincts. Your heritage will guide you.
A hand comes out from the portal and grabs Nemia and pulls it in.
Okay. I don't believe any of you have ever teleported before.
Mm-mm.
No.
Or gone through any form of portal
No, we have.
whatsoever.
Not in my memory.
Yeah, we
This
did
life?
this campaign.
Did we? When?
The
Was it?
cult.
Oh yeah! The cult.
Ah, that
The
is
blood
true.
store.
That is correct. You are right. Well, this is a much different sensation. That was just almost like a straight transmission. Like you're in one place and suddenly you're another. This one is very much you are spinning in a whirlpool. Just spinning and spinning until you land on your feet in this realm of ice and snow. You find yourself in a very familiar situation. There's a tree cut, so it's just the stump, and 9 standing stones around it. After you orient yourself, you become almost painfully aware of just how cold it is. It was cold back in the Old Kingdom. Here it is significantly colder. Just outside the Ring of Circles, it is just one massive flurry of snow. Just like this vortex of snow flying through the air around the standing stones.
Lena takes the dire wolf pelt from around her waist and wraps it around her shoulders.
Mhm.
Then she's gonna look over at Nemia. Is Nemia not doing well with this cold? How's Nemia?
I'm guessing that due to the trip we're still pretty well clothed for the occasion.
You are well clothed. I would say you look at Nemia, and Nemia actually looks a bit different. Nemia's skin appears to have taken on that same iridescence that the other fey creature had.
Nemia?
Is this Bite Am I freezing myself to death?
No, it would be turning like sort of bluey black if it was. Are you okay?
I feel okay.
Is this like the cat going into that one area?
Maybe.
Yeah, Nemia, you probably feel oddly at home. For how blisteringly cold it is, and the massive snowstorm around you, you don't feel that cold.
Okay.
And I'll just show that by taking one of my many layers off, or is it still cold for that?
I mean, if you take some of your layered clothes off, it does get colder, but it doesn't seem to affect you as bad as if perhaps one of the humans were to take some of their clothing
Well,
off.
Killian stretches out. He's pretty okay with this.
Yeah, I would say Killian is. This is like equivalent to one of the colder days in the Old Kingdom.
Yep.
It's really cold, but yeah.
And we're in the equivalent. It's like the same, not the same portal, but like a similar one. Just the.
Yep,
the
you're
other side?
in.
Okay.
Yep, you are now in the Feywild.
It's like a old hunt with my uncle. Great. And he just looks around and. So, instincts, right?
Well, I guess so. So
All right.
let me
Killian's gonna see what he
just.
smells.
How do I
Um,
instinct?
With
What's the closest?
Just trust your gut. Which way would Nemia go?
Okay. I'd say north.
Okay. Killian, give me a perception check.
All right.
You are sniffing about.
Say instinct. I do instinct.
um, it does have a unique smell. You are in a different realm. There is a kind of just a light magic smell that just permeates throughout the whole, just the whole realm. So you have that constant little smell of magic.
It's like an antique shop.
And then it smells like fresh snow, basically.
Yep.
Yep. A cold morning with fresh snow is what it smells to you.
Potpourri.
Anything, yeah. Anything specific though? Pretty much the snow drowns it out. Like standing 15 feet away from one of your companions, you basically you almost can't smell them.
I'm just gonna follow Nemia. So if Nemia is heading north, then Lena is right behind.
Lead the way, child of the lands.
Alrighty. So
Is
you
Chili doing here?
Chili is all right.
Oh, that's
Chili-
gonna be so warm on your neck.
Chili is probably sticking up on someone's shoulders. But Chili seems to be all right. So, literally 5 or 10 feet past the ring of stones, you can stick your hand out, and snow will immediately begin to like accumulate on your hand. It's this thick, howling gale of snow. Pushing through is almost a challenge.
So it's like a little dome of calm around here.
Yes. Yes, it is. You push through into the blistering snow, and it's almost difficult to see more than 5 feet in front of you.
Okay,
But
hold on. Wait. Everybody back up.
What's up?
Back into the calm just very briefly. I'm gonna pull out a length of rope and I'm going to tie each of the belts together so when we're in a chain and nobody gets lost.
I'm not dragging the tin can behind me.
Well then, he can go towards the front. Bastion behind me, I'll be behind Nemia. Killian, you take the rear and make sure nothing sneaks up on us.
Shrugs.
okay, if there is no dissent,
Yep.
Okay, yep. You can quickly fashion a rope between each of you, and then once more you can attempt to head out into this storm. Okay.
Just out of curiosity, only because this place reminds me of something. Who has the Giant Slayer sword?
Not me.
Alright,
Bastion?
Bastion does. Alright.
Okay.
Good to know.
Okay. You push out into the snow. It takes a moment to adjust to like fighting against the wind and shaking off the snow every so often so it doesn't accumulate too much. That would be wild. Dual wield greatswords. Sorry. All right. So Nemia, give me a survival check at advantage.
Let's see. And advantage. Survival. I'm not that good at it, but this is good enough.
Okay. Yep. You push through the snow for a while. There's no seeming landmarks. You occasionally struggle or find your way past a small tree, just like barely struggling to keep upright in this thick snow. Excuse me. But you keep pressing onwards until I'd say about an hour later. Right on the brink of some of the other members of the party, right on the brink of their limit. It's cold, it's biting, it is difficult. And you find yourself stepping out into a more calm area of the Feywild. There's still a vague, basically like a light flurry in the air. It's constantly snowing here, but you step out to a much more hospitable environment. Here, there's rows of trees stretching down into this valley. You can make out actually a running river further within. It winds and curves. It goes in these weird, abnormal directions, and tracing it, it almost seems to go uphill one direction and come back down the same hill on the other side. There's vague noises and rustling of things living inside this forest, and your attention is quickly drawn to this massive, what looks like this giant, massive glacier kind of floating in the sky above this valley. And seemingly pouring out from the top of it is this massive snowstorm. You see that some of the lower parts of this massive glacier like the spikes stick out and jut into the sides of some large hills. And yeah.
Cool.
So Nemia, what does your gut say here? I know what mine does.
I think my gut per se is pretty much aligned, but
I mean, I could like throw you.
are you sure? Because I cannot make it there if that's an alternative.
And I'm just gonna wings.
Ooh, fancy. Okay.
Bring some for the rest of the class.
I can make 3 trips.
Yes. Do I hop on? Just
The question
armed.
is, do we need to walk closer, or do you want to see if there's a normal way up first?
Let's get at least a bit of a closer look.
Yeah, let's take a quick look.
Frankly, I'd rather not leave one person in one place while others are...
What, you can't do 2 on each, 1 on each arm?
I might be able to, but that's still leaving one person behind.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you just carry Bastion, you could probably carry everyone else underneath him.
I don't think you understand how this works, Bastion.
No, I know. I'm not sure if it's a weight thing or not. Sorry, I missed part of the conversation. I just wanted to say.
It is absolutely a weight thing.
All right.
Anyhow, we can
Let's
just...
take a closer look first, and
Yep. I'll untie the rope chain, and since we're out of the blizzard,
Okay.
follow Namia.
Yep. All right. So you basically descend into this valley. It's not large per se. Probably the capital city of the Union is probably larger than this valley. So you make your way down in and amongst the trees. There's a vague path. You can see there's kind of a more trodden path that leads straight to this giant floating glacier. You do occasionally see some other paths that are perhaps less walked, but still more popular, shooting out in different directions. But it seems most of the traffic does go through this one path weaving through the forest. You reach the first intersection with the river. It looks like a normal river. It's not that large. It's not that large across, but if you were to briefly touch it, you would find it to be shockingly cold. It's I forget what the term for it is, but it's the water's moving, but like when you touch it, it like almost freezes instantly in the spot where you touch it. This giant chunk of ice,
Like super critical.
yeah.
Okay. It's like when you take a bottle out of the freezer and it's still
Yep.
cold, and you move it.
Or you like it's hit the beer the wrong way and the whole thing freezes.
Right. So the river itself is not.
How wide is the river exactly?
Probably about 15 feet is a good crossing point. It gets a little bit larger in some areas to maybe 20, 25 feet, but this particular path takes you to the 15-foot area.
I could jump that. I could fly that. How's everybody else feeling?
I could jump that.
I could
All right.
fly with you.
I'll allow it.
I could throw Nemia.
That works too.
All right, I'm just gonna grab Nemia by the ankles.
No, I'm gonna push wings out and I'm gonna follow Nemia as she soars through the air and be ready to catch her.
Yep. You got some good distance with Nemia, but Nemia probably would have landed about 5 feet short. So Lena quickly kind of scoops Nemia out of midair and carries her safely the remaining 5 feet.
All right, Bastion, your turn.
If you'd like, Bastion, I could hit metal your legs and you could just walk across.
Sorry, I missed a little bit. What specifically we were trying to get across?
A river, 15-foot gap.
15-foot
Cold.
Cold as fuck.
Okay, the heat metal thing probably would work, but I'm not going to do it.
Gillen's just gonna jump
Hold
in.
on. I might have a thing for this. Hold on.
Okay, unless you do something, Lena's flying across to help you, but...
Gillen just.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you worried you're not strong enough to carry everyone, Lena?
Up to the glacier, yes. Across the river is not so much a problem. I can carry you right now. I'm coming. Lena is winging her way back across. If you have something, you can go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I can double your carrying capacity.
Interesting. I don't know what my carrying capacity is for literally 3 people and all their gear.
I know. What's your strength score? It's +8 right now, right?
Yeah, right now it's +8, so the score is 26.
26?
Essentially.
So it's 15 times that in pounds.
I'm pretty sure it says it somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
but I
it's
never
15 times
use it.
There, carrying capacity 300. That doesn't sound right.
Yep. 390 pounds is the baseline that you can carry. If I double that, you can get up to 780. And we can stick a lot of our gear in the bag if we need to.
I think that would technically be enough.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
780 pounds is ridiculous. Bastion weighs the most, and he's like 200.
Plus all the armor, so I'd say 250.
Yeah.
Oh, I was included in that, but yeah.
Well, no, because you also have all your weapons and...
Yeah, but a lot of it's in the bag. He doesn't carry them all on his back.
Who has the bag of holding?
Gillian.
Killian.
But if you think Bastion carries 3 sets of plate armor and 14, 15 weapons on his back, you're not.
Well, no, but you have at least 2, or no?
The
And a
armor weighs
shield.
45. The armor weighs 45 pounds. The shield weighs 6, and the great sword each weigh about, I think it's 10 each.
Mhm.
So,
Bastion is well built, so he's not like 150. He's like closer to 200.
yeah, no, he's like 200 pounds. Yeah, but like 250 would be.
Yeah.
With armor, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
So.
I wrote down his weight, 220. There we go. He's not that thick. Anyways,
He's unique.
yeah, he's dense. You're right. I forgot about that. Before we give Bastion wings,
Does he have a metal skeleton? I feel like he has a metal skeleton.
I mean, he has no way of knowing, but I don't think so.
I feel like it's a reason his skull's so fucking dense.
He casts heat metal on himself, and his skeleton heats up. Like, oh, okay. And then I'm built with the AC.
Anyhow, Landon just got across the river to pick Bastion up. She just hook over the shoulder and whoosh across the river.
He just looks down and is like, I think this is the strangest way I've ever been carried by someone.
She just ping ping on the back and then sets him down on the other side.
I don't think I've been held like that in like.
Wait, so
years?
just to clarify, are you using the enhanced ability to just carry everyone, or are you just gonna carry Bastion across?
Everybody else is already across. All I need is Bastion.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure what's going on, because he did click the button, so I was just.
Oh yeah, no. I was just doing this so it was easy to check, so I'm not sure how to mute soon.
Okay. Alright, yeah, so Lena, you can easily swoop down, lift up Bastion, and fly him across. As you get across, you look back, and you actually see this weird looking, it kind of looks like, for lack of a better description, it looks like a Magikarp. Just swimming downstream in the river.
It's a fish.
Yep. Just a random reddish-hued fish freely swimming down the river.
Oh god, I am so full of like so many mythologies and stories and so forth and rivers and fish and Feywild. I want to catch it, but Melena wouldn't. I am so torn. I want to mess with it.
Kane was here.
I want to mess with it.
Does Killian have any immediate lore things in his history that he's been told as a kid to not do?
Other than a general avoid Fey magic stuff, no.
Okay.
More important question: does Chili notice the fish?
Chili seems to be more concerned with keeping warm.
Okay.
Killian's could just like walk down the river, slightly following the fish.
Okay. You follow it down a little bit, not too far. It almost seems to speed up as you're following it. Just trying to stay, that much more in front of you.
Hey, do you
Killian,
talk?
you got something there?
It does not respond.
Cool looking fish.
Cool looking fish.
Yeah.
Why? Do you think it's magic? Do you think it's...
No,
Hey,
fish
Nemia,
don't
what's
swim
your-
around as much in this.
Nemia, what's your instinct say about the fish?
I should take a look at it.
Okay, and I'll pick Nemia up. Just like arms under the armpits around the chest, locked in place, so that Nemia can actually see downwards, and just fly over the river where
Okay.
Killian is, and let Nemia take a look at the fish.
You see this fish. It's rather large, kind of floating in the middle of the river, trying to keep ahead of all of you. It doesn't look special other than being, a Feywild fish.
Follow, catch,
Can I
ignore.
beckon? I'll beckon the fish in Elvish, which is the closest thing
Mhm.
I have. Hey fish.
It doesn't respond. It just continues. Perhaps when you do speak, it moves ever so slightly faster, but it's just trying to keep in front of you guys.
I think it's just a pretty fish.
All right.
Okay, but I'm
Wheel
hungry
around.
though.
Why didn't you eat before we came?
I did.
Why didn't you eat enough?
That's
You
that's a high bar.
you
He ate enough for all of us, I think.
you find that if you stop walking, the fish also stops moving and just begins to circle where it is.
Okay,
Hold
that
on.
is weird.
Back up.
Is he
Okay,
Is
we
he
back up
a
down the
tracker?
river.
Yeah, let's back up like 5 feet.
It doesn't seem to immediately move. It's still kind of vaguely swimming in a circle in its position.
Does
Yes.
it want us to? No, the path's up. No, wait.
Yes, it is very clearly trying to, like, it's heading down a river that it's basically perpendicular to the direction we're originally going.
All right, who wants to follow the fish?
I mean, I followed more for bigger fools, looking at Killian.
We
Nemia?
can,
If I were to write a face story, I'd follow the fish.
if we can eat it later. I mean, I gotta see this chance through.
Let's say this: if it takes us anywhere less useful where we are or where we should be, you can eat it.
No, it's
That sounds like a good
Yeah.
idea. And I'll go back over to the shore, set Nemia down, and we will use our legs for a while because there is land.
Okay. You follow the bank of the river. The fish, once you start following it, it once more stays, 10, 15 feet in front of you at all times. Any attempts to speed up or get closer, the fish, goes that much faster. It takes you, you wind through the woods. You find yourself, very far from the path. Until, maybe about, 5-10 minutes later, you see maybe slightly off in the distance, the river looks to open up into maybe perhaps a large lake. As you're drawing closer to the lake, you find yourself gaining a little bit of distance or gaining ground on the fish. Fish is named Instinct. If you continue following, you find yourself perhaps just 5 feet from it, as the river begins to widen out into the lake.
anything interesting here. He looks to the group. That's killing. He's just keeping an eye on the fish.
Looking out on the lake, there's not a whole lot going on. It's a mostly still lake. You do see that the light flurry that's just constantly going. You see the snowflakes kind of almost reach the surface of the water, and then seem to like blow back upwards before it kind of vanishes into the air. Water seems to like be repelling the snow.
The lake is almost still, but it isn't frozen at all.
It is not frozen.
Curious enough, can I touch the water?
Yeah, if you touch the water, like the lake or the river?
The lake.
The lake. So you touch the lake, and it is similar to the river, but not as great of an effect. You touch the river, the lake, and a little chunk of it freezes, and begins to kind of slowly float off towards the center of the lake before the ice kind of melts away.
What's the fish doing again?
it has now reached the lake, and it's kind of like swimming out in the lake, but 5 or 10 feet from the shoreline, waiting.
And your dinner's getting away.
Sorry, you said waiting?
Yeah, it appears to be waiting. It's gone back to doing a little circle.
Man,
Do we
damn
keep
it.
following it along the side of the lake?
Is it going towards the center or along the side?
It's going towards the center of the lake.
How smart is the fish?
What is the deck save of a fish?
I mean, I could detect thoughts and just hear. No, it probably is speak with animals. So
I'm just wondering if it's something in the skies or if it's an actual fish.
have we heard tales of Fae? Probably, right? Impersonating animals.
Nemia would be the most aware of the wiles and misleading Fae. It would not be unheard of to be led astray by a Fae creature.
Is the glacier above us that we need to get to?
No. I mean, it's kind of central to the valley, and the way it kind of curves, it's above everything. But the way you're heading was, kind of back the other direction.
All right, I misunderstood that earlier then, because I thought you said that the river was
perpendicular. Yes, the river went perpendicular to the path. So I misspoke just now. I would say it's the same distance to the glacier, but you're just in a different part of the arc around it.
Okay.
Well, dinner time. Gillian's going to pull out the spear.
Okay.
And he's gonna try to catch a fish.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
Want to
Attach
make
a
a
rope
contest
to it.
of it?
What's up?
Want to make a contest of it?
No, this is
I've
my
got a
fish.
spear too. All right, fine. You go ahead.
Alright, actually, I don't have spear on here. 1 second.
In the meantime, I'm readying my spear. If he misses, I'm going to immediately throw it instead.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What was the +2?
My only worry is that it's actually a Fae and will commit murder on the first 5 minutes.
It's not going to die from a spear.
1d6 plus 2, strength plus 2. Copy that name. Can I? I cannot. Back roll 20. Let me do the name. Oh well. Okay, spirited magic spear.
Magic spear. Okay.
All right. Let's see.
So, your spear hits
hold
the
on.
water.
No, this is being thrown, right? So this would be advantage. The spear has advantage on attack rolls.
Oh, this is the mistletoe spear?
Yeah. That's the one he has.
Ah. Okay. Then yes, I believe it does. I could be wrong. Let me double check. Party.
Yep, that's what it says there.
Okay. Yep.
So should I just roll again?
Yep. Go ahead. Go for it. The spear seems to it strikes the water, and you for sure thought it would hit, but the water does immediately begin to freeze around the spear, and you see the spear begin to kind of float past the fish as the fish is flips its tail around a little bit and spins around in a circle, basically right where you hit it. It was super close. And right as the ice with carrying the spear begins to float to the middle, Lena's spear strikes true into the fish. You see the fish flail a little bit, and it all freezes over in ice.
I'm gonna swoop in, scoop up both spears, and fly back to the shore.
Okay. You grab on to both spears, and you begin to fly away. And you find that you're not able to pull the fish out of the water.
Oh. All right. There's a comical moment where Lena kind of beats the wings to go up, and then whoop, with the arm.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Yay! 10.
Immediately out of the water, a giant tendril shoots out, and it like freezes over a little as it goes in and grabs onto you and begins to pull you down into the water.
All right. Do I have a moment to try to break free?
Yes. So you since you're flying, it's pulled you down to the surface of the lake, and you have once more. You have a try to get out of this.
Yep. What would it take? Is that athletics or?
Yes. Now that it has a hold of you, yes, you can be considered grappled.
Ooh, 16.
Alrighty, let's see. I did not have this prepared, but ooh, all right. It tries to pull you down into the water, but you're able to, beat the wings heavily and just kind of slip out of the grasp of it. You begin to fly back to shore, I'm assuming.
Yep. Fly back to shore, but I have the spear, and I'm just kind of dragging the fish sickle through the water as I go.
Are you dragging it with you?
I stepped away for a second. Why are we in combat?
I'm dragging it with me, but I'm not pulling it up out of the water. I'm not attempting that. It's just
okay
along under the water.
Okay. As you make your way to the shore, you see several other tendrils of water begin to just lift out of the lake.
I am dashing. I've got 80 foot around, and I don't think I was out that far.
Okay. Yeah, no, you were not out that far. So you can get back to shore. If you attempt, do you attempt to pull the fish out of the lake?
I will leave it in the shallows, but kind of like step on the end of the spear on the shore so that it's pinned there, so to speak, and just go, Killian, if you want your dinner, you can drag it out.
Sounds good.
Okay, Killian.
Yep. He's gonna walk over, plant his feet on the ground, and give a yank to the fish and the spear.
Sword and stone, the speared fish. Okay. Yep.
Absolutely.
Give it an athletics check.
If it was that simple, I could help.
You know what? I'm expecting. He saw things getting attacked. He's gonna rage beforehand.
Okay. Yeah.
That poor fish.
And athletics. That's my numbers.
You pull the spear out with the fish still attached, and you find that there's a tendril of water kind of that just flows into this fish. It's almost as if the fish is connected to whatever this thing is in the lake.
All right, I'm going to take my Dawn Longsword, draw it, and try to cut that tendril.
Go for it. Yeah.
24 to hit.
You slash right through the tendril, and the stream of water breaks, and each side of the broken tendril kind of spews this water mixed with black ooze and liquid, and you hear almost this shrill, high-pitched shriek coming from the lake as it begins to kind of turn into this slow, swirling whirlpool in the middle as more tendrils are popping out of the water.
Right, run away, and I'm gonna scoop up Nemia and...
Like hell, come on, let's fight it!
You make a good point, but...
Yeah, let's go! He's gonna swing at a tendril.
Right.
Can we not fight the fucking lake?
I put Nemia down and Longsword out.
Do you guys wish to fight this thing?
Yes,
Serious question.
I do.
Okay, like, I understand the meaning and the gravity of the DM asking that. However, you need to understand that you have Lana and Killian in this party.
No, and I want to be clear. There is no visible body. You are literally fighting water.
We're
Right.
fighting a
But we
fucking
just made it
geological
bleed.
phenomenon.
We just made it bleed.
You think?
It's not bleeding, it's liquid.
There's a black ichor.
It's liquid.
It sounds like it
itself.
hurt.
If it sounds like it's hurt, we should probably stop fighting the lake.
No, it means we got it right where where we want it.
Okay.
Why am I the voice of reason? What do you do today?
All right. You will have to give me one moment then.
Okay, so we
Sorry.
might be able to do the whole heat up some stones and boil water instantly thing if we hit metal bastion.
Oh yeah, by the way, you have full permission to like heat metal like the sword in Killian's hands if he gets frozen.
Oh, that could work.
If you guys want to do
You
otherwise,
guys. You guys.
but I am here for this.
I realized that Lana needs to be into the fighting as well. Even though all of my instincts are going, yeah, this is the point where we grab everybody and run and then laugh about it later. Nah, gotta fight it.
Okay.
What is winning? What does winning this fight look like?
Exactly.
We don't
Exactly.
know. We
Glory.
don't know.
So
but
many other priorities.
Yeah, but Vikings.
We could just dam the surrounding rivers and dry it out.
Oh boy. Fighting a lake. I knew I set the bar low, but I did not realize.
We tripped on it. It's fine.
Hey man, you put a fish.
There's
A
a
guiding
there's a
fish.
simple logic to
I
this,
think
Eric.
it's-
If it hits us, we'll hit it back.
Yes, I know, but you just, you let yourself be angler fished.
Yeah, I want to eat the anglerfish.
No. I don't think it works that way.
Get to death.
boy. Okay. God damn it, it doesn't fit. Hold on.
Instantly fish
Did
boy
that-
shivering. Yes.
That's my image. Where the dog fighting the boat.
The map doesn't fit. What the heck?
Why are we... Okay, no,
Doesn't-
actual question, because again, I was stepped away for a second. Why are we fighting this lake?
Because it attacked first.
I'm not saying that's true.
It is.
Also, we're in the Feywild. Let bygones be bygones
Seems
before
like
we get
fun.
hit by a riptide.
Well, at the very least, we're probably getting something's attention. Someone's attention.
Yeah, the lake. I don't want the lake's attention. Water is scary.
Oh no.
Okay, what do I use for this? I was not ready for this. I was
Can't blame you.
uh,
Any
fighting a
reasonable
lake.
party would run away. Unfortunately, I don't think you're fully dealing with a reasonable party.
Yeah. Okay, come on. There's gotta be something I can use.
Oh no.
I don't have the right image I want, so obviously I'm trying to... Fuck it, I guess I'll have to use this. It is going to look awkward and weird, but it's what we got.
It's the equivalent of putting down a little One of those little plastic kids' toys in place of a model mini.
Yep, that's more or less what's gonna be going on.
Like, okay, guys, you're fighting wolves. Just pretend that this plastic cow is a wolf because this is all I got.
Make that bigger. Okay, this map's gonna be super weird looking, but okay. Okay, let me mentally prepare myself for this.
Worry.
Of course, that's what you were listening to, Devin. Of fucking course it was.
Okay, place yourselves where you would be.
Octopi.
This is probably fairly accurate. Is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
closer.
Right, there we go. I think that's about where I want to be.
Bastion's in the back shaking his head at you guys.
Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and get initiative.
How is killing even planning to fight this thing?
Oh, it's gotta hit us first.
It's a lake. I think it's got enough movement.
I am not ready for this.
Neither was Eric.
What the hell, Bastion? You have a -1 to initiative, yet you've consistently been rolling so high.
Hold on, technically I have advantage.
Why?
Shield.
What are you hoping for? The only thing you can do is roll a 20.
No, I can roll a 19. Oh, I did roll a 19.
That is a 19.
Okay, well I might as well roll it.
Alright.
But that was my answer as to why I get the high.
Lena.
Yep.
You're first to act.
I'm gonna set up and I'm gonna hold an action to slice any tendril that comes close and within reach.
Okay.
I've got the Don Longsword in 2 hands and I'm waiting.
Okay. Bastion! Your friends are fighting a lake.
Yeah, I know I'm fucking fighting. Like, I'm fucking angry about it. Is there anything visually like able to be targeted?
The tendrils popping out of the lake.
All right. You'll attack the lake, I guess.
So the tendrils on the map are accurate to where they are. Okay.
Just this one.
Okay.
What the fuck?
All right. 2 radiant damage to this tendril. Perfect.
Okay, we now know the dex save of a fish. Good to know.
Of a lake.
Of a lake.
Also, for the record, Killian had his fangs out for his rage because he raged before this.
Yes. Okay.
Fangs, because hungry.
And like,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
you're literally gonna do the dog attacking the hose thing. You're literally gonna be doing that.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else you got, Bastion?
I'm not wasting a fucking slot on this. Yeah, no, that's
I'd
it.
like to sigh as a bonus action.
All right.
I'm disappointed there's a full 3 turns before this. Don't worry.
Okay. The tendrils of water begin to move towards you. So we'll get one that goes right there. And let's see. As all the tendrils in the water kind of move over in your general direction. Oh, actually, you know what? Sorry. This one would in fact be right there since you are right there next to shore. So.
Hooray.
Oh, snap. Okay, yeah. You slashes this one as it winds back to attack you, and you kind of slash it midair before it connects. And it, sinks back below the water. Nemia.
Well, interesting situation we've gotten ourselves into. to say the least.
That'll make a good song, right?
Probably. The tentacles are watery, right?
Yes, they're very watery and kind of
Okay.
almost ice covered as well.
Fairy fire then.
Okay.
And 20-foot cube.
So where would that
Hmm.
be?
Probably, yes, centered as possible. Let's see. Yeah, 20. I'd rather get these guys and not get this guy.
So you can, believe you can get 5 things maximum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take this one and
No, where
leave the
can you
one.
get 5? You can only get 4.
4?
Yeah.
Well, I do believe you are
Yeah, in the
covering part of the Whirlpool too.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was expecting that. Look at the tokens on the map. The tokens on the tracker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, that's my action.
Yeah, okay,
and what happens? Just before I continue my turn.
Okay, so what is the save DC?
Great question. It's 14.
14.
All
All
right.
right. So, what color are they?
Reddish.
Do we get a better shape of this thing as a whole, or is it still just the tendrils in the whirlpool?
It is still just the tendrils in the whirlpool, but now it seems the entire water of the whirlpool is just emanating this red light and glowing.
Guys, we pissed off an eldritch fae.
To be honest, he or she or whatever it is pissed off us first.
That is fair. I suppose.
Don't catfish us.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got?
And how long are these tentacles, these tendrils?
They seem to need to be within 5 feet of you to reach you.
Well, goodbye.
You run and hide behind a tree.
Yeah. And I'll move Chili about.
Like, can you fucking believe these idiots?
Chili will turn.
Oh, okay.
Let's see the flip coin action.
And bloop. I'm gonna leave it like that because that's amusing.
Tiny.
The pocket Hellcat. And they are at a distance, right? So they are like, okay, 5 feet, that's water. They now...
Chili could technically move up to the next spot if you want it. There's enough, there's enough land there that Chili could be.
Okay.
Yeah. Chili could in fact be there.
Then she will bite the water.
Nope. She will try and chomp down in air.
Claw.
The claw does indeed strike out and slashes across the water. I think you might find doesn't seem to be as effective as it is on other organic things. You don't know if that extra damage took, but the tendril is kind of still floating in the air, or floating out of the water in the air.
Well, good enough.
Okay. Killian.
Gonna just take a step in front of Lena if he can be on the shore here.
Yes, sure, yeah.
All right. He's gonna swing the longsword.
Okay.
That guy's fairy
I know
fired.
a story in real life about a dude who swung a sword in a lake and immediately cut his fucking leg off.
Well, I'm not in the lake right now.
You're swinging a sword into it.
Oh! Yep, you just lop off the tentacle as close to the water as possible, and it sinks below.
All right.
You feel better about yourself, Killian?
He's gonna move over to this one. Yes.
Okay. Lena.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and move over here, and I'm going to take a swing at that one.
Okay.
22 to hit.
Yep. This one is one that's already been hit by two things already, by the cantrip and the chili. It very easily just falls apart and sinks below.
All right. And I'm gonna go ahead and like circle around here and just again wait, though I don't have anything to hold, so that'll be it.
Bastion.
Fucking. I have so many. I guess I'm gonna target the Whirlpool.
Okay. Yeah.
Cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Because Fairy Fire works. I imagine Sacred Flame.
Oh my god!
It wasn't fucking good.
The fire kind of, the whirlpool clears for a second, and the sacred flame seems to burst out of just an empty patch of water, and then the whirlpool reforms around it.
Nemea, is it like a full tree you're next to, or is it like a shrub?
This one?
Like the one you're like sitting on.
You're hiding behind the tree, basically.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go like up to the tree, sit down, and lean my back against it, and just start shaking my head. No.
Okay. All right. Tendril. Oops. It's gonna come up to each of you, Lena and Killian. So I need. Actually, no. It's gonna make an attack against you. What am I doing?
Come on, hit me. Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Okay. So Killian.
Of course, Killian took the easy ones to fight.
It's a 9.
Nope, I don't believe that hits. So second one is going to come out at you.
That'll hit.
Okay. It hits you for all of 9 damage. 9 cold damage.
Yeah, there we go.
Cold damage. And wraps around you.
All right.
You are grappled.
All right. That's the one on the left?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And it is going to attempt to pull you.
Neat.
Make a, strength saving throw. Okay, yeah, you're fine. You immediately begin to feel it tug on you and just plant your feet firm, not letting it move you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Lena, same thing. One tendril comes out at you, second tendril comes out at you.
No.
Yep, you dodge nimbly out of the way of both of them. You see the big shifting whirlpool kind of inch ever so closer to you. Nemea.
Yes.
Well.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna move maybe here.
Okay.
Yeah, don't need to get too close.
I'll do some hunting.
Scare the lake.
Are you trying to frighten a goddamn lake?
I'm trying.
You're gonna turn
Apparently,
into a farmer, weird.
all things here are alive, so they might as well get scared.
Okay.
Can they hear?
That's a good question.
The fish could hear.
That's a fish. This is a lake.
And the fish was a part of it.
Okay, so I believe this is everything, right?
Except for us.
Well, I meant like all the enemies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with okay. So wisdom saving throw. Okay. That saves. The
Oh, one of them. That was a 12 and an 18. So.
yes, they seemingly aren't as affected by it as you might expect.
Oh, it was an advantage.
Yeah, it's
That
a
what that
witch.
is? Okay.
Mhm.
I didn't understand because it's formatted weirdly. I thought he was
Yes.
just rolling multiple at once.
No.
For
I'm
if you ever want to drop one, just do DL1. Or do
that's a
DL
good
for
idea.
advantage, DH for disadvantage.
Yep.
Sunday night, Nick is
Because drop lowest, you drop highest.
Yeah. DL1.
Whoops. Yep. Ah, fancy. Okay. Wow. Alrighty. Some of the tendrils appear to kind of shy away.
3 fails, 2 successes. Nice.
Ah.
Not bad.
Shoot. Where's afraid? Feared. Frightened. There we go. So save, fail, save. This guy. Alrighty. Some of the tendrils begin to kind of shy away from the haunting sound.
Great. And I'll double that with Mantle of Inspiration.
Okay.
I'll use one of my bardic inspirations to gain probably a fayish appearance and boost you guys with a little bit of health.
So you already appear very Fey-like now that you're here. But yeah, I imagine you get like... Well, let's see, what does it say? Does it say anything specific?
Very long eyebrows.
Grant yourself a wondrous appearance. I guess you have the choice of what it is.
Yes, I'll just take the utterly fayish approach. Maybe add a little bit of druidic to it.
Okay, that's fine. We don't have to bog this down too much. So everyone gets 5 temp hit points. And you can immediately use a reaction to move up to your speed if you would like.
I'm good right here.
I'm good.
Yep. Well, actually, can you move while grappled?
No.
Speed is technically 0. Yeah, that's fair.
Yep. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay. Killian.
So, buddy on the left has me grappled, yeah?
Yes.
Alright. Gonna take a bite at him.
Just bite at the water.
Yep. I'll put the... I'll do this recklessly for double.
Okay.
Please. Thanks.
You chomp down through it. It has a really bitter, acidic taste to it. But you chomp through it, and the water kind of grasping you, falls to the ground, turning back to water.
And he just kind of like, spits a bit out, and just like, ugh, needs to ferment for a bit. That will be his turn.
Alrighty, Lena.
Actually,
All right,
he'll
then-
move over one if he can.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a slice at the one a little bit furthest out, just to keep it from going around.
Okay.
So, two-handed, 17 to hit.
Yep. You slash right through that one.
Yep.
Splooshes back into the water.
You know,
And
despite the stupidity of this, I
that's it.
fully believe Lena could strangle the lake.
That'll be it. I'm
It's
good
a
where
group
I am.
strangle, thank you very much.
No, I don't believe
Question.
you can strangle Lake. I believe you can get strangled by a Lake, Killian.
What is antithetical to waterboarding?
Surfboarding? I don't know. Bastion sneezes and casts Sacred Flame on the one between the two of them.
He's got a runny nose.
Yeah, a
Too
little
cold.
Okay.
20s and 1s all around.
Alrighty. Yep. You kind of sear the water a little bit.
I'm just gonna go. Oh, bless me. That's it.
How'd you burn water?
The same way you bite water.
The whirlpool once more scoots ever so slightly closer.
Hey, I suggest not getting sucked in by the whirlpool, guys.
That's
Boo.
a good idea.
A tendril to the top right of you, Killian, is going to make an attack on you.
Alright, I was reckless.
Awesome.
If Killian drowns, what do we do next? Just leave?
Oh,
Oh.
boy.
That hits.
Yeah, it's faded.
Yep. Now you each make it. It hits you for. Shoot, what was that? Was it 2d6? I should really keep track of this. Yes, it was. Okay, 2d6 cold damage. You get a whopping 4 cold damage, and you need to make it
an HP. Nice.
Yep. You need to make an athletics save as it attempts to start to pull you into the water.
Athletics save or athletics?
Sorry. Strength saving throw.
Alright.
Strength saving throw. 13. You are pulled into the water.
Neat.
And you immediately take 46 cold damage as the water begins to freeze up around you.
Cool.
The other tendril has disadvantage on attacks, but it is still going to attempt to swing out at you, Lena.
Nah.
Nope. Killian is in the water. Whoops, sorry, I went one too far. Nemia's turn, right? Nemia's turn.
Yeah, I don't think we can go back without the soon-to-be king and yeah, man, I don't have stuff for pulling up people out of the water.
That's okay, I do.
Can I suggest the whirlpool to do so? Doesn't seem like. Okay, I'll light crossbow that guy.
For what?
For what?
What are you hitting?
Oh, this one.
Oh, okay. Yes. The one that's glowing. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I'll do advantage in that, and
What, you don't think psychic damage is going to work on the lake, Nick?
well, no.
Eric, just thank you for putting up with our bullshit in this campaign.
Yeah. That one pierces through the tendril, and the rest of it sinks below water, killing his no longer grappled. Good timing. All right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Chili?
Yes, I am.
And chili.
Shut up. That's awful.
Next to the other Trendil.
Ooh.
Tendril. Attack. And miss.
But actually that is enough. You see the fire just kind of like melts through the icy chunks of the water, and this tendril is gone.
We got one target left.
Mm-hmm.
And it is right next to you, Killian.
Yep. I mean, while I'm here, I'm gonna bite it.
You're going to attempt to bite a whirlpool.
Yes.
Stab it.
How? Explain to me how.
Can I try drinking it like Thor?
You are doing literally the Tumblr post about trying to get buried alive and eating the dirt too fast.
It is a massive lake.
Mhm.
It is hard.
Hold on, are you trying to do the Thor thing where you drink the ocean? Is that what you're getting at?
I just said that.
There is very little distinction between the water of the whirlpool and the water of the lake. The only difference is you can see it beginning to swirl.
Here's
It's
the
also
thing, Eric.
glowing.
That's because Eric.
Yeah, it is glowing. You're
it's
right.
very
It
hard.
is
It's
very
outline.
true. You can make out the outline of the world. You're right. Okay. You know exactly where the whirlpool water is.
Yeah, it runs.
If you would attempt,
I want to go for it.
Okay, here's my question: is the whirlpool going to keep whirlpooling inside of him? That's my question.
Well, I'm not on it right now.
No, but like if you eat it, you're 70% water. It can just keep going.
All right. You know what? Hood up. Back of the neck's a bit chilly right now. I feel like recklessing. Yeah, I'm gonna beast fangs it. This is 24, dude.
you bite down into the water that is the whirlpool.
Sounds ridiculous. However,
This really is just a Nordic legend, isn't it? This is exactly how it would go.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
I have danger sense, so advantage.
Sure. You bite down into
I
it,
know
and
this
then
is a bad idea.
you realize the water is actively trying to pull you in and suck you to the center of the whirlpool. So you quickly pull your head back.
You're gonna get decapitated because you were hungry, and also drown at the same time, which is impressive because you were decapitated. The water should just go through your hole.
He's gonna try to get out of the water.
Really?
Okay. It does not seem to strike out at you with anything. So.
All right. Kill it. The wolf sickle walks out of the lake like a Jason on ice.
Bastion just looks over like, "Are you winning, son?"
So did it do anything? Is it worth trying to attack it?
It's water swirling. See if you can do anything fancy with it.
Damn. I hoped because of the fire that meant something. Any more tendrils?
Biting it didn't work, but
No,
see what else.
there's no more tendrils.
Just for the heck of it, I'm going to point at it and told the dead.
Wisdom saving, like.
right.
Yeah, just to see if anything happens.
See, I have
necrotic damage.
It rings out into this giant mass of water.
See, I have this odd idea. If it didn't cost a spell slot, I would do it. But if I toss like a piece of metal in there that casts heat metal, would it work? Would it turn to steam?
Maybe.
Is a cold lake vulnerable to fire damage? If done properly?
Throw like a sword in there.
No, fuck that. I'm not using a second level spell slot on this shit.
Alright. Well, the tendrils were fun.
Did we even get the fish?
Yeah, we got the fish.
Okay.
Wanna keep going and head to where we're actually supposed to be?
Let's just try something real fast.
Okay.
Are we out of initiative?
Hold on, let's try something real fast.
It's still swirling in the lake and slowly approaching you.
Let's pull back and see if it comes out of the lake.
Yeah, come fight us on land.
Let's have all three of us stand 15 feet off the edge of the shore, who have cantrips that do damage, and just keep doing the cantrips until something happens.
Yeah, sounds good. Oh, actually, I'm gonna go forward. I'm gonna grab Chili
Sure.
over the shoulder, and I'm just gonna drag Chili back here so that that one doesn't get dragged in.
Okay. Bastion.
Just see what happens. I looked up. He's still leaning against the tree. He hasn't stood up yet. Alright. He has no way of knowing if it succeeded, so.
Yep. Okay. You see the whirlpool. It kind of begins to slow a little bit and sink below the water before the water seems to rise up a bit and slam down, sending this wave of water at all of you. Everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
Hey Eric, do me a lovely little favor and go fuck yourself. Dexterity waiting throw.
That was an
Oh dear.
advantage, but I still did.
If this shit pulls me in,
18,
Bastion drowns. I'm
18.
killing all of you.
Yeah, you're just -5, so yeah, 18 for you, Nemia.
Okay, so we need one for Chili.
Oh, Chile. That's right. Ba, 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 ba.
That shit fucking drowns.
Didn't
Ow.
hit up? Oh, there you go.
All right. Bastion and Lena take 13 cold damage. Everyone else takes half for 6.
Oh, good enough.
And all of your speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of its next turn.
Neat.
Okay. In that case, I'm not going to cast command on Killian to tell me to go swim.
And it scoots one closer. Nemia.
Yes. Let me just let's begin with Chili, since Chili got wet and she's a cat and she's a Hellcat, so she double hates water. She's gonna death gaze that thing.
Oh, please, please, please. Just this one, please.
Come on, come on, come on.
Kill the water. No!
Damn it!
No! Why +6?
Because it's a lake!
I don't care! Lake doesn't have constitution.
It doesn't need to!
You see, I'm sitting here like, I'm okay with the lake having constitution, but if so, I should be able to rip that constitution out of its chest.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay, I myself will try an alternative approach, and I will concede to the Feywilds, and I will begin to do the equivalent of this, but just to try to appease this thing. I'll try to
Oh my fucking
perform whatever I know from
God.
the
It takes a full
play
minute.
music.
It takes a minute.
Yeah, I'll do it
Okay.
just behind this thing that looks like a tree.
So you're like half cover.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
back in.
Nemia begins to perform.
It is a number of humanoids, you know that, right?
Humanoids. No,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I said the equivalent. I'm just playing.
Okay.
I want to achieve a similar thing, but just
Huh?
try to appease this thing.
Killian.
Lena brought the spear on shore, right?
Yes.
I did. Both of them.
Killian's gonna grab the mistletoe spear.
Okay. You do so.
And he just like turns in hands like, magic stuff's supposed to be good for stuff that can't be hit usually, right?
Like, better than your height.
Oh, here we go.
Don't throw the magic spear into the lake.
Now he's gonna stab it.
Okay.
Okay.
So if it's still fairy fired, I can double
Yeah.
up on this.
Oh, Nemia needs to make a... Wait, what is Fairy Fire just last?
No, it's concentration.
Yeah, it's concentration.
Okay.
Concentration, you're right. Let's see.
Constitution saving
It's
throw.
still at 12, but 12 plus whatever.
Oh, it is Not.
Fire gone.
Yeah, now the song is my focus now.
So what? That was a 12. No.
Well,
It was
well, it's,
no. It's still the right number.
Yeah.
It's still a
is?
I
single
still
advantage
rolled a 12,
score.
I should say.
Oh, I
18 total.
see. Gotcha. Okay. You stab into this thing for 8 damage.
Does it seem to hit?
The water of the whirlpool, you did bite it. It seems to be thicker. There seems to be a little more substance to it than the other water, but it is still mostly water.
Cool. I'm gonna credit.
Okay. So let's add another. What is it? 1d6.
Well, it'd be
six.
max.
6.
Yep.
Another
Another-
6.
Yep.
Okay. You have critically hit the body of water.
Kick its ass!
Oh, Lena.
Screw this. I'll drop Chili on the ground, and I'm gonna fly over the whirlpool, which I cannot really because my token disappears underneath it.
Oops,
I am
I'll
flying-
send it back.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm gonna fly above the whirlpool, and I am going to just, as I do a flyby, swing down with the sword
You can
and
Oh.
try to cut. Like
by a magic
I'm
water
gonna try
dolphin.
to. I'm trying to fillet the edges.
Yeah, okay.
You fillet a fish, not a lake.
That does
Same
hit.
thing. Same thing in this
That's
case.
a large chunk of damage.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that shriek, the large shriek you heard before, just kind of bellowing out of this whirlpool up into the air. It didn't seem to like that.
Yep. And as she arcs by, she's just gonna shout, "We're wearing it down!" And that'll be it. She's still up in the air, turning for another pass.
Bastion.
Bastion stands up. He walks 10 feet away. Sits back down. He casts Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Because it's fucking high tide right now, apparently.
5 damage, yeah. Alright. You
I'm
hit
not using
its
spell slots on this, I refuse!
It's so good though. It's fine.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Okay. Boy. Okay. Lena, you are out of range of this, but the other 4 of you make a dexterity saving throw as another wave of water comes billowing out towards you all. Even you, Bastion. You're just in range.
Can I note how far the water goes out?
Yeah, it literally hits you and stops, basically.
Okay.
Nemia has.
Lovely.
Does Nemia have partial cover there?
Um,
Because Nemia said it was
I
back,
guess
like back behind that.
technically, yes.
I think you did say have cover earlier.
Yeah, yeah. What does that do to the save?
2.
Plus 2.
Plus 2? Okay, okay. So
It's
that
not
makes
Constitution save for cold. It's Dex.
It's avoiding
Dex.
the water. And
yeah.
It's water. Also, if it's avoiding the water, we should take no damage if we get high enough. Whatever.
It's not how fire works.
Yeah, 'cause fire has heat.
Okay.
This has
so
cold.
that is a save
water.
from Killian. Who is who for Nemia and Chili? Oh, I believe Nemia has a higher dex, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I believe Nemia saves. Chili does not. Everyone saves except for Chili. For 4 damage or 9 damage for Chili.
Oh my god. We're all chilly.
Yes. Yes.
So sorry. Killian made that one.
Yeah, you got a 17, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Just fucking-
Okay.
Wait, Eric, are you reading the chat that we're commenting in or no?
Okay,
Okay, good.
We're a bad layer.
Okay. The whirlpool gets one step closer and enters your space, Killian.
Ah, fun!
Fucking
I'm not on
dumbass.
the surface for it?
It enters your space.
Alright.
The water begins to swirl and come up onto the shore.
You know, like a wave, because it's water.
You will need to make a strength saving throw.
22.
Yep, you're good. The water is trying to like sweep your legs out from under you and like pull you in, but it is not. Nemia. Nemia, you're still doing the thing to enthrall it, right?
Nick is muted.
Oh, yeah, that explains.
So much.
Oh no.
Okay, to no effect, I was asking.
It doesn't seem to be affected at all. It's still doing its thing.
Okay, then I'll switch to my traditional non-phage persona. I'll say, you goddamn, you piece of still water, and I'll...
Your arrow goes out, splooshes into the whirlpool. You have no sign of what happened other than that.
take that.
House is a fucking nightmare.
And
sang the first 6 seconds of a song and then went, "Oh, screw this."
yeah, and I'll move it further back.
Okay.
And Chili, let's do
You can try your recharge if you want.
Shit. All right.
Ah.
I
What
mistyped.
That's a shame.
Yeah, but will she run to the water?
Does that recharge on a 5? Because I'll accept that.
You'll accept it?
Yeah, recharge 5 or 6. I'll accept it.
That works for me. So that case then.
It's technically harder to roll the 5 than it is to roll a 5 or 6. So.
Yeah, it is.
Do it.
So we need at least.
I mean, it's a 1 in 3 chance.
Hey.
Are you literally gonna stare a lake to death? Are you fucking kidding me?
So you see the water once more lets out this howl, and you see the water immediately calm as it drops below the lake. You can tell it was not dead, but it was very much done with you all. And we're not in combat anymore.
Gilly does a little like Final Fantasy spin the spear, put it on his back.
Bastion throws a chunk of ice at the back of his head.
Well,
You
let's
happy now, you dumb fucking dog?
He turns around. With
let's
a
look at the
shitty grin.
positive side of things.
Yeah, I got a fish.
Do you know anyone who fought a lake before?
Yeah, no, I don't, because I know people who have actually 3 brain cells.
Killen's gonna run over and like pick up and hug Nemia. He's like, "Oh, you Scald, you better write the best shit about this."
Please turn to a limerick.
You better testify in my favor, because this thing is just
Yeah, okay, I'll admit
unbelievable.
it, that was pretty fun.
Glad you guys like being fucking frozen.
Hey, Chili, come here. Pick Chili up, drape her around the back of my neck.
It is
She's
very
still
warm. Yeah.
That's
the
better.
gigantic Hellcat, so
I welcomed into me and I put the mayo around my neck. Just fireman's carry.
I'll purr.
Just like, hey, if you stay there and keep me warm, I'll carry you so you don't have to walk.
Interesting trade-off.
You got a deal.
Good.
Killen will turn the spear back into a mistletoe and just stick it in his sleeve, back where it was.
Yeah.
I would like to note, by the way, I'm not healing you.
Killian shrugs.
Good, just as long as it's acknowledged.
Killian shrugs and then punches a chunk of ice off his shoulder.
Boy.
Right. So,
Alright.
big floating thing.
So, say again.
Big floating thing. Or do we want to?
Yeah.
Or do you want to take a break?
Oh, we're just gonna go back to what we're supposed to be doing now.
Well, we could always try and find something else to fight. If
Yeah.
that's
I
what
mean,
you didn't really get in much action in there.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
would
no,
hate,
that was-
we would
that
hate
was
to
intentional.
deprive you.
yeah, I was saving my magic for in case when you dumbasses started to drown.
Anyhow, big floating thing.
Yep.
So the fish was a
Red herring.
dud.
It was literally a red herring, guys.
Actually, herring is pretty good eating.
Yeah.
Hey, Killian, you still got that, right?
He holds it up.
Good.
You see that the fish has kind of dissolved, and it's just kind of this gooey black sludge.
Aww.
He
Disappointing.
holds the fish up. Yeah, I still got it. Well, shit.
All right.
What?
Not a herring. Anyhow, let's go ahead and move. If we can't go anywhere over land, I can still probably carry some of us, all of us, if you pull your magic bastion. But
Yeah,
let's see what we can do on foot.
we should probably save as much time as we can if we need to.
Mm.
Bastion knows the weird time shit that goes on in the Feywild, right? Is it like a well-known thing?
It is not well known, but you were warned of it, though.
Okay. The Bastion was like, yeah, let's not kill any more time here, although you guys have already killed a lake. I'd rather avoid more concepts.
I'll
down
kick
here.
another concept's ass. Let's go.
See, I think you need to realize that Father Time always wins. I don't care how many daddy issues you've got.
I mean, that just sounds like he's on a pretty good big high horse.
Yeah, because every time someone tries to climb the horse, they die.
Check
I
it out.
I hope you're aware who the equivalent of Father Time would be in this
See,
campaign.
I am.
Okay, that was out of
Oh, of course.
character there.
I don't know. Father Time seems like he can get his ass kicked pretty hard. Maybe with a cool sword.
Yeah, see, unfortunately, you seem to think everything can get its ass kicked.
Yeah.
You begin making your way following the riverbank back. There's no clear path other than going back to where you were.
Halfway through, Bastion turns to Killian and goes, "Hey, Killian, if you beat yourself up in a fight, are you too weak or too strong? Like, if I made a clone of you, and one of you won,
I'd kick the clone's ass.
was that because you were too weak or too strong?
No, it's because I kicked the clone's ass.
Yeah, because you were too weak or too strong.
I'm the better clone.
Right. But the clone is also you.
No, he's not if he lost.
So that means you lost.
No, I won. I kicked
You
the
just
clone's
lost.
ass. Bastion, you don't understand. I would win.
Yes, which would mean you would lose.
No. That's the clone that's losing.
Yeah, which is you.
No.
This continues, by the way, for the rest of the
Yes,
walk.
yes. You make it back to the path. It wasn't too long of a trip. Maybe
I cannot exaggerate enough how much I'd kick my own ass.
Alright, fine. In that case, if Lena made a clone, and Lena or the clone won, is she too weak or too strong?
I'd kick the clone's ass.
No, you're not fighting Lena. Lena's
What
fighting
do you mean?
herself.
I want to fight Lena.
I know you want to fight Lena, but the clone doesn't want to fight you, and neither does normal Lena.
Like hell it doesn't.
What do you mean? What do you mean I don't want to fight him?
That's
Well,
not a
'cause this
clone if
clone-
it doesn't want to fight me.
Well, because the clone sees you as a challenge, so it wants to beat you before it fights Killian, because only the better Lena can win. But if the better Lena wins, are you too weak or too strong?
Neither
No, I
Lena would
think-
win.
We'd team up and we'd fight Killian.
Yeah,
Actually,
and
good
I'd
point.
win.
No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
Okay.
Man, I
You
think
can't
I
have
will.
Lena.
That sounds like clone talk.
I think I will need to catch you out from this song because this is terrible.
That's
So-
okay. I'm fine with being
Oh, hey, look, guys, we made it.
Everyone makes a perception check, but everyone makes it a disadvantage except for Nemia.
Except for me, because I have advantage on all perception checks.
So you're normal, yes.
Yes.
Does smell affect things differently?
You are very heated in this argument. You're not.
All right. I smell Bastion's breath more than anything.
Yeah. Okay.
It smells like that shitty fish from last night.
Wait, Chili. Chili perception.
Chili would be
Does
normal.
Does Namiya get a bonus for basically sitting on Bastion's shoulders?
No.
I mean,
So
probably have some extra height.
you all are walking through the forest. At some point, Chili would basically reach out into the back of everyone's mind and say, "Stop talking." And as soon as that happens, you all kind of like become very aware of the fact that you're no longer traveling through a forest and you are walking on what appears to be a large sliver of ice.
I'm going to think back to Chili. If I made a clone of you,
It does not work that way.
Just gonna look around.
Yeah, you realize you're at like a 45-degree angle walking up into the air on like a chunk of this glacier.
Is
Gravity seems to be oriented correctly as if the ice below you was solid ground.
Can
I
roll for
was hoping to
motion
climb
sickness?
this.
Bizarre.
We're in the Feywild. We just fought a lake. What the fuck do you mean this is Cats do this on a regular basis.
He has a point.
I'm wondering if I tried to fly off of this, which way would the ground pull me?
Who cares? Don't do it.
I was just wanting to climb this thing, but
No, I'm
Also-
up for climbing it too, so I'm just. It was
I mean,
a
I think
thought.
we're all up for it, technically.
Yeah.
Or I guess sideways for it now.
Anyhow, Chili, you don't tell me what to do. And Lynn is gonna keep walking.
Chili, Chili just stared a lake to death for your sake. Shut up.
Yes, and I appreciate it. However, Chili doesn't tell me what to do.
You continue walking semi-upwards into kind of like this opening in the what would be the bottom of the glacier. Inside, it's dark, but light beams kind of permeate their way through the various portions of ice. So there's kind of it's just generally lit everywhere.
Can Bastion reach down and pluck a piece of ice off the glacier, just like break it off in his hand for a second?
You could attempt to.
Okay. What do I have to roll? It's Bastion.
You make an athletics check.
Really?
You go to pull a chunk of ice off, and
I play can never hold on. 16.
You are unable to move a chunk of ice out of this wall right now.
I pull out a chisel and I pull out a small hammer.
what the hell
What
are you
is
doing?
the chisel made of?
I imagine steel.
Okay. You begin to blunt the end of your chisel.
I'll sharpen it later. In that case, I take out the Crusader's mantle. And I go to knock a chunk off. It's a great club.
And you're complaining about us fighting a lake.
Hold on. I want to see if I
Actually
can
hit
turn this into I want to see if I can turn this into a sword.
And he will use complaint. Yep.
You
You
guys
fi-
pissed off the lake for no reason. I'm at least going to use this thing.
You've got your head
You-
so
No
far up
reason,
your own
it
metallic
hit us
ass.
first.
You find yourself unable, no matter how many times you hit it against this chunk of ice, to break it off.
He just sighs and I just want to make an ice sword.
Can Killian just like give a pull on like an icicle or something he sees?
Sure, you can attempt to. Athletics check.
That
It does not budge.
your spells like stuff's pretty hard.
Really.
I thought you were just a baby. He just starts walking.
I have lifted both of you in one hand.
Yeah.
You and your clone.
So, you enter further into this chamber, and you basically find a spiral staircase made entirely of ice, but there's no rails and none of the like planks none of the steps are actually physically attached to anything.
This is a bad idea. This looks like a bad idea. Who the hell built this place?
Oh, really? Now you're the judge of bad ideas.
What's wrong, Killian? You scared of a little staircase?
Oh no, I'll do it. I'm just thinking whoever built this was an idiot.
It is not very large. It is perhaps 3 stories up, and there's like a little ledge and a path up a little bit.
I bet.
I fly up it.
You can. But I bet you can't bite the ice hard enough to break it.
Blink.
You were biting the lake earlier. I'm sure it would work again.
That was water.
This is just frozen water.
So, what's at the top of the stairs?
At the top of the stairs, it kind of there's this. It's a much brighter light emanating out, and you can see into what looks like this long hallway. And at the end of the hallway, you see a figure sitting in a throne, and she seems not so patiently waiting.
Gee, I don't know why.
I'm gonna look back down the stairs and shout, "Get your butts up here, we're expected."
Alright.
Oh, why do I relate?
Colleen starts
Because
going up the stairs.
you wanted to go sightseeing.
You find that the ice staircase is not slippery at all. It is, it's a normal staircase for all intents and purposes.
Alright.
There's no railing though, so you kind of maybe not as quickly make your way upwards until you all enter into this long chamber. As you get closer, you realize this figure is massive. She is probably, 3 times your height. And this throne is massive. It almost looks like a chamber made by giants. And sitting at the end, as it is announced to you by some unseen voice, is Oral the Ice Queen. Did that show?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. There's no body attached to this voice.
I'm just being an asshole. It's fine.
She
Dustin will
looks.
kind of sigh. He'll bow to her.
Mhm. It's a strange sensation when this lady begins talking to you. She seems soft spoken in the way she speaks, but everything she says just kind of echoes and becomes louder and stronger. And she speaks out to you and says, "What brings you to my domain?"
I look at Killian.
Look at Killian.
Yep.
You got us into this mess.
Yep. He's gonna take a step forward and then drag Nemia with him.
Bastard will release Nemia from his shoulders.
Oh yeah, that's quite a sight for approaching a queen.
I'm sure the bow is even better.
Queen Ariel, my name is Gillian Yaris. I'm the prince, soon to be king of the Old Kingdom, on the other side on the, what is it called? Material plane?
Something like that.
I have met a few of you humans before. It has been some time, though.
I'm Linnea Cherimoro Foster. Maybe you've heard of Petro Foster before?
I am keenly aware of your story, Nemia.
Man,
Give her a
everyone
look,
seems to
Nemia.
be.
Tell me, how is Petro?
well, not among us anymore, but he surely lives the end of his days after spending some time with you guys, taking good care of me and teaching me some of your ways.
You know nothing, do you, Nemia?
I think nothing is an understatement.
So, before we get too far into that matter, what do you ask of me?
Currently, the Old Kingdom is taking on a rather large incursion from another people, seemingly opportunistic and corrupt down to the core. I've been told from ancestors with my, I assume, shorter lifespan than you, of times Fae have offered aid and assistance to our kingdom. I'm wondering if that's still on the table.
I did once aid the human people in ridding the threat of the giants, but long since has passed the days of my meddling in the affairs of mortals. You come seeking favors, I will grant you none.
What's changed in that time, then?
There's always some other fight, some war. You never seem to stop fighting. What use is there to aid one against another? There'll just be another fight tomorrow.
I find honor and glory in fights.
Mortal notions, to be sure.
Nods, but fun ones. Well, if we're putting that on hold for now, then maybe we can get my friend here. And he kind of like puts a hand on Nina's hair and up to date if you're willing.
You see her eyes kind of focus on you, Nemia, almost as if she's trying to see through you, to see to your very core. Have you spoken with your father yet?
No. And just to be sure, who do you mean by father?
Your father, the Archfey.
Oh, yeah, no, that's
Eyebrows go up.
Do you even know? Has the cat told you nothing?
little, and
You see,
at such short notice that I'm currently still digesting what I have received, if not currently moments away from puking it out.
if you were to look for Chili, Chili is actually actively hiding.
Oh,
Oh.
Chili's been on my shoulders this whole time. Is Chili now
Yes.
crawled down the back of my cloak?
Basically.
Should I known earlier?
I mean, perhaps. I assume you are all companions and are after the same goal. I will offer you this.
Bastion makes a noise at that.
I will lend you my aid on two conditions. The first Nemia, I will ask a favor of you. I don't know yet what that shall be, but something to collect at a later date.
A debt unpaid is of the utmost value, they say.
And the second is something more immediate that you can do for me. You see, there is a book containing many long forgotten secrets that was stolen by a certain individual. She has retreated out into the storm that permeates the land. I need you to find her.
She doesn't
And
have to
return.
look like a giant whirlpool, does she?
No.
And what is the title of this thief?
Her name is Morgan. She is a lowly, well, apparently not so lowly that she thinks herself immune from my wrath. For she stole the book right from out of this palace. I'm not sure how. No matter. Find her. Rid her of this land. And retrieve my book. That along with the favor. And I will see what aid I can provide.
The favor is Nemia's choice. But if we do, what is this book? How would we recognize this book? What distinguishes it?
I think it won't be hard to miss, but it is pure white, almost frozen. Very reminiscent of myself.
So I'm guessing it's secrets to do with this place.
Perhaps something out of the
Secret.
comprehension of mortals. Nothing to concern yourself too much with.
So are we gonna go blind if we open it on accident, or?
Perhaps.
Killian, don't take that as a challenge, please.
Perhaps you'll unleash a never-ending winter on the world. And you see her smirk. Jokingly smirk. Because there already is a winter unleashed everywhere.
Her jokes are pretty dry ice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Very much so.
Can I also say, as another point too, if you're less inclined on dealing with the affairs of mortal men, do you perhaps have any members of your court who would be more interested?
You see her face sour a bit and say, "You would be hard-pressed to find any fae willing to aid you."
Bastion just kind of like looks at Killian like, yes, the person you're negotiating with, ask her if she knows anyone who will give us a better deal than her.
Shakes his head. She said she was past some of that.
Yeah, and she also wants something from us, so why would she tell us someone who would be willing to give it to us for less?
Shakes his head. I meant her giving us the reward. Would be her offering us to someone else. Either way. Do faes just have their own interests in mind, or is there some history here with men that's out of our knowledge?
You live such short lives. You're close-minded. You can't see but 5 feet in front of your face. It is hard to deal with such simple creatures. There was a time when giants and dragons and gods walked the earth. Things were different back then. But now, there is no point. Well, unless, of course, when there is equivalent exchange.
Oh, then well, thank you for your consideration. Nemia, what's your say?
Well, I gave you my word I'd aid you on this. And you do live long lives, longer than ours, maybe. I'm lucky enough to not be around whenever you remember my debt.
So certain that you will die. Interesting.
That's part of the fun, isn't it?
Well, I know some of you are mere mortals, but some of you are not.
Looks over, Nemia. You saying this one's kicking around for longer?
Perhaps. That type of union is very unnatural. An archfey and an archdevil, who knows what catastrophic events could occur with such a union.
Wait, so they're both? He kind of like gives like a second look at Nemia. It's like, really? And this squirt? He like puts a hand on like the height.
Shall I remind you the fact that they say words and people die?
You see her kind of, she looks off, seemingly growing uninterested as this conversation goes on.
Oh, I'll leave you to it then. We'll go find your lady.
She gives you a nod.
What does this Morgan look like, or are we just to assume that anybody walking around in the storm is likely to be her?
You see her, she lifts her hand and begins to swirl, and like her swirl her fingers, and you see snow coming forth and kind of coalescing into this globe. And oh shit, that's not there. Of course it's not there. Pause 1 second.
Don't you mean freeze?
Yeah.
Cool your heels for a minute.
Yep.
Yeah, don't cool them too much, I might get cold feet.
Oh crap. Hey, did it close Roll20?
I told me to.
Okay. You see it begins to coalesce, and you begin to see through it as images begin to form. You see trees moving by and snow blowing harshly, and the snow briefly parts and shows a figure walking through the snow, arm outstretched, kind of with this like glowing orb in one hand that seems to bend the snow around her. She appears to be some sort of witch or hag, or vaguely reminiscent of the magic users of the Old Kingdom. And then Oral closes her hand and the image fades.
Any weaknesses we should know? Stake through the heart, cold steel.
I think this is something that even you might understand, as she seems to lean forward looking at Killian. Hit it enough, and she will probably die.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, you
I
tried it
like
with
you, lady. Let's go.
You tried it with a goddamn. Let's go.
You can't argue with results.
I absolutely can argue with results.
There is a
Just
smile
'cause you-
across her face.
Just because you
But it
blind
is-
her by hitting it with a sword doesn't mean it's efficient.
There's a smile on her face, but it is the most fake, forced smile. It's almost like she's
Yeah,
almost like
Paint it
gritting
up.
her teeth.
We'll be back with your book, and I'm just gonna start trying to herd them out of the room.
That expression, I feel like, is exactly what it feels like to interact with Killian.
Who did we lose? We lost a Nick.
No. He did say something about accidentally closing roll 20. I'm wondering if something else went wrong.
Mhm.
Because he seems to be offline entirely.
Oh no. Yes, he is.
Oh no.
He's yeah. Well, fun. We'll give him a second, see if he reconnects.
As they're walking, Killian will just like look to the other two and just like, so why do you think she really wants to help us?
Because she
Boredom.
wants a favor from Nemia.
To be honest, a favor unspecified to be paid in the future, whatever it may be, is a costly thing.
Yeah.
Discord died for Nick.
Especially from apparently the spawn of an archfey and an archdevil. What in the fuck?
I'm trying not to directly refer to this one because the player's not here yet.
There he is.
He's back. He's back.
Hey, that gets to repeat. Yeah, a favor from the spawn of an archfey and an archdevil. What in the fuck?
Oh, well, yes.
Is that news
Yeah,
to you?
no, care to elaborate?
Is that news
That's
to
an
you?
interesting one.
Of course it's news to me. Why the fuck would I know
I'm gonna-
that?
I'm talking to the bard.
As we're leaving, I reach behind my cloak, I grab the scruff of the neck on Chili, and I drag
We're
the
outside
cat
the
out.
room, right?
Yes, you're outside.
Okay, good.
I'm specifically waiting until then, but as this conversation happens as we walk, I'm dragging the cat out. So, I think that you were mentioned in there. To the cat. Something about, has the cat not told Nemia about this?
Chili
Cat-
does the cat thing
Yep.
and pretends to not be interested and not pay attention and not care about anything.
I'm holding him up by the scruff with the paws dangling. I take my other hand, hold his little face, turn it towards mine.
There's
Keep in
a-
mind that cat
it's a
can
slight
stare
hiss.
hard enough to kill you.
I'll hiss back.
Oh god.
There's a. What do you wish to know?
Well, I think it's really more what Nemia wishes to know. And I'm gonna turn Chili to face Nemia, but still hold him aloft in the air as we walk.
Like you're aiming a cat gun at him.
Nemi not a she.
Huh?
Is Nemi not a she? Not
Sorry,
Nemi, Chili.
Chili?
Chili, she. Yes, sorry.
God, I always forget.
If I said otherwise, I'm sorry. I do
Yeah,
that a lot.
I'm-
It was probably me.
She.
Maybe. Wait so long. At all.
There was always a chance that nothing would ever happen or be interesting in your life. One could hope that I would never have to return to these places.
That seems a bit naive.
Perhaps. Or just hopeful thinking.
Kind of damning thinking. Bard's not gonna get up to some fun stuff.
We've gone this far without anything as wild happening.
Yeah,
We just fought a
it's a good thing.
whirlpool for fun.
Yeah, it's great.
We
You
just,
guys not having fun?
walked sideways up at the glacier.
Uh-huh.
We're in the middle of a war
Yep.
because why not, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And we sacrifice troll blood for the sake of... Oh, goddammit, Nemea. For the Discord died again. And just Chili, I don't know what you consider wild. But we were literally in the Feywild.
I think Wild is stepping on the toes of the ones who put Chili here in the first place.
Yeah, okay. Just... Should Nemea be afraid of this Archfey or whatever we just spoke to? Why are you afraid of this Archfey?
I'm expendable.
And Nemea isn't?
I think not. You
I
were
don't-
just saying the whole Archfey thing.
That's what I want to confirm. What specifically
Nemea
makes...
is unique. It was said outright in there. Nemea
Yes.
is something that has never existed before. There is a sense of value in that to some.
Yes, but I'm asking the cat because the cat knows more than it's letting on. Do you know what Nemea could be used for? Do you know why specifically this Archfey wants Nemea in their favor?
Well,
How much did you get from what I said? I know you.
Don't think we heard it.
Oh, I said to Chili that it was quite a miscalculation since it went from being a couple of years stuck in college to participating in a revolution and into the Fae again. So much for a quiet life.
Yeah, fuck
it
that.
all started when he met that woman, that L'Oreal. There's like a hiss from Chili.
She is a
Give
bit of
Chili a
bad
little
charm, I
shake.
can't lie.
Hey,
That
don't talk about her like that. You're not getting any fish when we go back home.
No, but seriously, could you answer the question? Do you know why the Archfey wants Nemea? Or is it just for the potential of what she is?
I would say it's the potential. There is... I don't know what you know
potential
of
for what?
the hells, the state of all the realms since the calamity. But the Fae want Nemea alive, as Nemea has both a claim to the hells and the Feywilds. And that is
Horrifying.
unique.
Killing puts an armor on him. Yeah, we got another prince in the party.
First of all, that's a princess. Second of
Yeah.
all,
Nah, you're too cool to be a princess.
what, are you saying women aren't cool?
No, I'm saying the title princess sucks.
Fuck off. Princess is awesome. Princess of Hell in the Feywild's a dope title. I think once you get past the princess part and go to Of Hell in the Feywild, I think any other title is irrelevant.
Servant, kind of,
How-
you know. Sorry, that's me chiming in there.
we could mix the arc titles and just do
Of the Fey Hell.
arc. Yeah,
Archfable.
arc favor.
Archscald.
Archscald.
Chili will speak up once more. And, you know, the alternate is also true. The devils see Nemea as a claim to the hells and the Feywild.
Jesus Christ.
But you'd be hard pressed to see them pay up on such a thing,
So,
or claim such a thing.
so hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did we just agree to give one of the most powerful potential people in the multiverse a favor of any kind at any point in the future to an Archfey?
I think Nemia just did.
To be fair, the titles were expressed after the matter.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not blaming you. Chili, you could have mentioned this shit earlier.
It shouldn't matter much. I imagine the hells won't last much longer.
And when that Archfey decides that the arch...
Hold on a second. Something very important was just said, and you're skipping over it faster. Why aren't the hells gonna last?
You mortals sure know nothing outside your own realm.
Yeah, because people who do know are very close-lipped, and I'm gonna give them a shake.
Very well. Time for a history lesson.
Oh boy.
Chili kind of shakes free and like does that cat stretch thing. Soon after the calamity, there were many heroes that stood up and fought to protect the world. Apparently, the former ruler of Hell made a not so favorable deal with one of these heroes. And after the calamity, they came seeking some form of vengeance.
Shit.
They stormed their way through level after level of the 9 hells.
Someone kicked Hell's ass? That's sick.
That sounds like the dumbest motherfucker I could think of.
That sounds awesome.
Why did no one stop him? What?
And they were
Out of character. Out of character. Why the fuck did Richter give Everdor the sword? What? Why did you talking about this?
We all agreed we were going there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nessa was part of this. Are you kidding me?
Oh
Yeah.
god.
I can't wait
wait,
to
hold on.
talk to her again.
Does Bastion know Nessa is who Nessa is?
Sort of.
Okay,
But
good to know. That's later.
I don't think you'd make the connection of her being part of this.
That's
but
fine. That's for later. That's for later,
might
me.
assume that she would know them, though.
Yeah,
She
that's
would
exactly what I'm
report
thinking.
to
That's
their
for later, me.
weapon.
Don't worry about it.
Chile continues. They were successful in their mission.
They punished Hell. That's so cool.
Who's stupid enough to fight a plane of existence? You might want to wait till Nimi is back, Eric.
Okay, yeah.
It's kind of relevant to them.
Yeah, I guess.
Fight a entire plane? Hell yeah.
No, literally hell no.
Apparently it worked. You can't argue with results.
Yeah, and the result is that an entire plane of existence is collapsing.
That's what happens when you kick its ass.
Yes, that's not a good thing.
It's Hell.
Yes, and you're a colonizer. What's your point?
You think, Colin? Nah, you just kick its ass.
In that case, you're...
You get to fight all the spirits of all the people who've passed before?
No, they're all enslaved. You fight all the people who own the spirits.
Cool, then you set them free.
Yeah, I don't think that's how that works. Most of the spirits...
Also, that's not how Hell works. There's no enslavement.
Yeah, disagree. And also, do you know better?
All right, just to keep things clear, can we just keep calling them the Hells? Because there's also Hell in our religion, which
this is what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, no, but you can also...
They are...
Slave... Anyways.
So the hells, because hell is distinctly different, yes.
Okay.
There's Hell with one L.
And
that's right.
The 9 hells.
Uh-huh.
And to be clear, the 9 hells are the ones that got their ass kicked.
No, I'm...
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Because it was the fucking Evender who got angry.
Yep, just making sure.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why the fuck... The one time you guys should have stopped Evender. Come on.
No.
Let us fight lakes, Conrad.
No!
Then we'll throw you in the lake, and then we'll fight the lake.
You guys should be better than this.
No.
Nessa didn't like the Archdevil.
Oh, I agree. But also,
Richter thought he needed to go.
So, like, revolt. Don't... Genocide.
That's what...
I mean, the two are probably apparently one and the same here.
Yeah, you can't have one without the other.
I feel like that's not... I mean, you definitely can't have genocide without revolt, but you could definitely have revolt without genocide.
No, I mean in this particular case.
Yeah, have you fought Hell before, Conrad?
No, but I imagine you go to
Wow.
another archdevil and have one of the
Discord is
archdevils.
down where Nick is.
Hey, he's in
that's
Chile.
Yeah, I asked him earlier.
Okay.
Yep.
Do we want to maybe call it here then? And start up the history lesson next session?
Yeah, I guess I think that makes sense because this is kind of important.
Yeah, a little bit.
And we don't want to be start and go with it.
Nope, that's fair.
All right.
Okay. Well then, we kicked a lake's ass. I'm happy.
God. Well, here's the thing. Out of character, I love that combat. It was hilarious. It was a fucking great time. Out of in character, Bastion thinks you all are the dumbest motherfuckers he has ever met.
Oh, are we back,
hello?
Got a Nick.
Nick?
Let's see if it works.
Got a Nick. Hello.
I don't think it's gonna last.
Yeah, but at least we can get a final line in, maybe.
Yeah, one of those Eric one-liners to end a session. Ah, here it sounds.
Hi.
You there, Nick?
It seems.
It's very spotty.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, hello.
Nope.
maybe that was a. I was just far from the mic.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes, so they were successful in their mission, and they bound the Lord of the Hells into an even deeper pit, where
What's deeper than the hells?
Super hell. Oh, that's so cool.
God, you have the taste of a 13.
Can you let Chili finish?
and they finished their crusade and went back to their normal lives, not realizing the irreparable damage they caused to the very unstable balance of the universe. Once the devils were wiped out, demons from the abyss swiftly moved in and started conquering layer by layer. I do believe there are a couple layers of the nine hells left that belong to the devils, but this blood war has moved quickly in favor of the demons.
Blood war. Wait, hold on. So if the demons taking over hell is a bad thing, if someone were to wade into hell and kill a bunch of
No,
demons, would that balance it out?
No. Yeah. Wouldn't you have to go to the abyss
I'm
first,
not talking
now?
to you, Bastion.
You would find that one mere mortal is not enough.
But if
I'm
it
not
was,
coming with you.
The layers of the abyss are as wide as they are infinite. To assume you could even slay enough is a foolish notion.
yeah.
The devils have kept the demons in check for ages upon ages.
How would they keep them in check if they were infinite?
By killing enough of them that they couldn't.
So we just gotta do the same.
That would be something we have to do for the rest of infinity.
Yeah, that's.
This isn't you plug a hole with a cork. This is you stick your finger in the hole and you can never walk away.
I don't know if Killian is too afraid of that idea.
Yeah. Eternal Valhalla.
Unfortunately, age will kill him.
Hey, Killian.
Hmm.
Let's focus on more immediate things, like perhaps the Old Kingdom
Right.
and the Dawn Guard. And
Right, we gotta kick their
for
ass.
For that, we need to find this one lady in the snowstorm. Get a
this
book
sounds-
back.
This sounds like the beginning to a legend.
You're speaking sense, and he pats on the shoulder.
Okay.
I tried.
More importantly, just one last question, Shelly. What happens to the planes if hell collapses? If nothing's stopping the demons and they're infinite, don't they just invade everything else? Isn't that the obvious next play?
You would be right.
That is what the stories say about the blood war. the Blood War keeps the lower planes busy while we have minor conflicts. But imagine if the biggest armies just weren't fighting each other anymore and just
You mean like perhaps if every warrior that's ever lived had to fight an infinite war that never ends, that can only end in destruction? Isn't there some old kingdom legend about that? Isn't that the end
Yeah.
of everything?
Yeah, it's
That's
awesome.
just Ragnarok.
Isn't that what we're looking at right now?
The thing about Ragnarok is that it's not really the end of everything. It's end of old things, but then new things are born.
It's a bit
Fun
of a
fact,
cycle.
we're old things.
So
I'd rather not get killed by demons and have my soul consumed.
You
Sorry.
sound like a bitch.
Oh, sorry. You just want to die by demons rather than fighting them back and making sure they don't do this?
I'll do
Oh,
both.
we would be fighting them back.
Okay, then we have to become fucking immortal apparently first. Or because it's these dumbasses who destroyed hell to do the same thing to this. I mean, if they killed the fucking archdevil, I'm sure they have a grudge against the demons
Can I-
too.
Bastion, again, one problem at a time. That sounds like a future issue.
I feel like there are certain minor issues and major issues. This is a pretty major fucking issue.
Okay,
It is a
whatever.
major issue, but it's not one that we're going to deal with right now.
You're making sense. So for the time being, Nemia, you might be a princess. You might be the new leader of Hell. Is that what I'm getting?
You know, oh, we have two leaders of a dying kingdom in our fucking party.
Whew.
You want to go off the side of this glacier?
So I thought
You
we
guys
had
are probably deep into the forest by now.
All
I
right.
thought we had bigger issues.
but it does seem that I have both unfortunate claims.
Well, if you want to kick the current monarch's ass, just let me know. You do the same for me.
Good to hear.
So let's go beat up an old lady in a snowstorm, I guess.
And that is where we're going to leave it.
We're gonna steal a book from an old lady.
Yeah, we're gonna go mug an old lady. That's what we're doing today.
This house we go.
Giant old history about the Blood War. Let's go mug an old lady.
I'm the big bad wolf.
God,
What
of course Killian wants to become Doom Guy.
What did we do today? We punched a lake and we stole from an old lady.
And promised a lot to the Archfey from one of the most powerful people in the multiverse. That's all.
Well, till next time.
Till next time.